Hey golfers, this episode is brought to you by Sycamore Ridge. Be sure to go out and see Clayton and the staff out at Sycamore Ridge and play a premier 18-hole championship golf course. They have modernized practice facilities, a full-service bar and grill, a fully stocked golf shop out in Spring Hill, Kansas. It's just a short drive from Overland Park, Leawood, Olathe, and Shawnee. For the guaranteed lowest rate, be sure to go to sycamoreridgegolf.com. That's sycamoreridgegolf.com. My guest today is Stripe Golf Co. Stripe Golf Co. is a golf and lifestyle brand started by Nick, Gil, and Ross in Kansas City. They know firsthand that golfers are an envious bunch and always want the coolest, most up-to-date gear. With that in mind, it is their goal to deliver premium style comfort on and off the course. Look good, play good has never been more true. Stripe Golf Co. is made by golfers for golfers. Please welcome to the show, Gil, Ross, Nick of Stripe Golf Co. Nick, Ross, Gil, how the heck are you? Thanks for coming down. What the hell is up with the weather? Seriously.
My car said -3.
It said -3.
My phone said wind chill.
-1.
Phone said wind chill -13.
Yeah,
what are we doing here? I just want it to be known that I texted Nick this morning. I said, do you guys still want to do this? And he was like, yes. Did you really want to come down here when it was -1?
I texted Nick the same thing. He said yes. So.
I will say Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Not the best timing, but
that's okay.
We're thrilled to be here.
Good.
Yeah.
We're dudes. We're dudes. We forget things like that. We can do that from time to time. Well, I introduced you, but I didn't say, this is Stripe Golf Co. is here down in the studios with us. So, you know what, guys? Tell me a little bit about yourselves. I don't care who starts. If you want to go left or right, my left or right, I don't care. Gil, you want to go first?
Sure. I'll start her off. So I'm born and raised Kansas City.
There we go.
Yeah, right. Born and raised Kansas City. Played a lot of Kansas City golf. Got to play some college golf as well.
Really?
Did.
Right.
Yeah,
we'll get into that.
At Missouri Southern State. Actually, 2 schools. Kansas City, Kansas Community College.
Heck yeah.
Then Missouri Southern State, man.
Nice.
So representing KC.
All around.
Yeah, man. So played some golf. Grew up here. Still playing some golf and started the company with the boys.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Ross, what about yourself?
I'm Ross Payne, also born and raised in Kansas City.
Hell yeah.
Been here my whole life. Went to college at Drake University in Des Moines and then came right back.
Soccer player.
Soccer player.
Soccer player.
My whole life and in college.
That's awesome.
And then decided to not do that anymore and,
yeah.
and play golf.
Play some golf.
Abuse your body.
And Iowa golf is not that great. This is the weather outside is usually what Iowa golf is like all year round. So
there's a lot of people from Iowa that come down to Kansas City and play all the time.
My man Nick included.
Hey.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Yeah.
I am Nick Nielsen.
Hello.
I'm from Iowa City originally. My wife and I have been in Kansas City for about 6 years now.
Heck yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day to you and your wife.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is Nick the only one married?
No, I'm actually married as well.
Okay, all right.
I got to get used to talking about it. I just got married
in
October.
Married?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Your COVID wedding.
Yeah, how was that?
Got creative. Did it in the parents' backyard.
Did you stream it?
No, that would have been cool, though. Yeah, I don't think I had
Why didn't you ask me to come down there?
Yeah.
I could have been the moderator.
You could have been my guy.
And here is Gil walking. No, we wouldn't have done that. Sorry, Nick, I cut you off.
No worries. Been down in Kansas City for about 6 years. I personally never played golf really growing up. I just played leisurely. Fortunately, lived on a golf course, so my dad played, but I also played club soccer, and that kind of takes over your life.
Heck yeah.
So when
it's every weekend, every weekday, you travel every weekend.
Oh, man.
It's nonstop.
Yeah. You guys play in the USA Cup that was up in like the Mall of America area?
I never did.
Oh, wow. It was like one of the biggest tournaments. I'm slightly older than you guys, but that was like the biggest tournament. Everybody went there, all the traveling teams, Udinese, Alliance FC, KCFC, or whatever it is, KCFC now, I think.
That's how Gil and I know each other.
Yeah.
Really?
Fun fact, we grew up playing together. Yeah.
That's great. So I played on Alliance FC, which I think became KCFC.
That's right.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I was on like the first years that was around.
Who's the coach?
Carl Eaton.
I know Carl. Really
no
well.
way.
The big redhead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does he still have his mullet?
Oh, yeah. He's never getting rid of it. The Englishman.
Yes. He
plays golf. Have you ever played with him?
I've seen him. When I was working in high school, I would see him all the time. Well, that was after. No, he coached me. So he was my coach from 5th grade all the way to high school.
Yeah, he's the man.
Oh, he was definitely the man. And then I see him every now and then playing golf. I haven't seen him in probably 15 years. So.
Last time I saw him, he and I were playing with JC, you know JC, and then my dad is Hugh Williams. So we were playing a Wales versus England little match out at Swope. Wales didn't prevail.
No, you did not. Where'd you play that at? You said
Swope.
You played it out of Swope?
Yeah.
So what do you think of the remodel of Swope and everything that they've done out there? That was like 5-6 years ago, but
you know, I haven't played it very much since, but I love going out there, man. One of my favorite things about Swope. Have you ever played a real early morning?
No. I've played like Swope like once in the last like 10, 15 years, and it was last year.
If you're lucky, you get out early morning, one of the first tee times out at Swope, you'll hear the lions waking up over at the zoo.
The lions?
Super cool.
Did your heart just jump?
Where are we talking about? Lions on the golf course?
Right next to the zoo. It's right next to the zoo.
It's one of the attractions.
So you don't want to play at night when you hear starlight?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That's awesome. Okay, so tell a little bit about Stripe Golf Co. Like how it got founded. What was the idea? What was the purpose? What were you guys trying to do? You know, it's early in. I know it's early in that aspect, but talk a little bit about it.
Yeah. So I mean, we got together, played a ton of golf together over the summer and over the past few years, and we've always talked about trying to get into the golf business. We are all golf addicts. We have relationships with our suppliers and the guys who do the embroidery work for us.
Also golf buddies, man.
Yeah, golf buddies. So it kind of happened organically. We just began talking about what each other does, and then one thing led to another, and we wanted to come up with something that we liked, but also we thought that other people might like. So that's what happened with Stripe.
Was it born on the golf course? Just curious.
It was born. Sure. It was born having a beer after a round, sitting around being like, "These hats that we're wearing are $40, and they're kind of lame." And not only that, how many times, if you're a golfer, how many times have you taken your hat off after the round and chucked it in your trunk with your clubs and your golf shoes because you don't wear it other than when you play golf? So we wanted to make a cool hat that you can wear on the course and then flip it around and have a beer after the round, or wear a button down with it and go out and do something with your buddies or whatever it is. And Nick was saying the guy that does our embroidery is a buddy of mine that I met at Wolf Creek. And so it's easy. I mean, he does it in his garage at his house. So we shoot over there and we're like, we want to, this is our idea. This is our logo. This is our name. This is what we've got. Can you figure this out with us, or can you hold our hand and walk us through this? And that's essentially how we have everything that we have. That's why we have a number of iterations of hats and logos, because we just started chipping away at it. And
I love it.
If you're a golfer, you know what Stripe is, striping the ball down the fairway or getting up and hitting a good one, and your buddies say that was Stripe. So that's how the name came to be. And
I was curious if that's what it was. That's what I had thought in my head before meeting you guys, and I was like, I wonder what is the genesis of the name there, essentially.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
If you're a golfer, you know it, but if you aren't a golfer, it doesn't matter if you don't know it. I mean, the script on the rope hats and some of the other hats looks cool enough for it to just be a cool word independent of golf. So
And if people are just listening to the audio, go to YouTube and check it out, because we got all the hats on the video. You can see them on the video.
We got a few hats here.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a few.
A few.
We brought our whole
arsenal.
Yeah.
What's been awesome, I mean, we originally started it designing some hats and just made them for us. Wore them on the courses. And next thing you know, our buddies are, liked it. That's cool, man. Can I get one of those? So sure, I mean, sell them a few hats here and there.
Who's the designer? Who made the logo?
All of us, man.
Just kind of came together, talked about it.
Yeah, I think originally we were all kind of throwing some designs on Word and PowerPoint, and we realized these are cool, but they're from Word and PowerPoint.
It's creating a shape in a text box and making it all fit and whatever. So I mean, we sent it to somebody who does it professionally.
Right.
This is what we're trying to do. We originally tried to make a circle logo with an S in it or something in it with a line, like an actual stripe, and nothing we made looked good. So we just came up with the actual, having the whole word as the logo. And then that turned into the script, and then it turned into a circle with the script. And who knows, if we're back in here in a year, we might have a different, cooler logo, but that also has some of the same, stuff, for lack of a better word, that we had when we started. So
That's awesome.
We're not artists. We're
golfers.
We're not creative with embroidery or threads. We're
come on,
golfers.
Word art. You can word art with the best of them. I bet
it's tough, man. It's harder than it looks. If you open up a blank Word doc, you just start clicking. You find out how bad you are quick.
Well, it's like you got to go find inspiration. The first thing you do is like, what kind of logos do I like? And then you start manipulating it. But it is so hard, like you're saying. It's like, I don't know. If you're not a designer or a creative person, what the heck are you trying to do? And if you don't know where you're going, you're just like throwing spaghetti on the wall. Or please stick.
I remember trying to make one, and I was thinking about making the S in stripe be 3 lines, 3 horizontal lines, and Adidas owns the trademark to all that stuff.
Figured,
so it was a quick way to get sued. And so that led us to do something else and make it an actual S. And then, I don't know.
It's also a good way to get recognized. Then you'd be in all the news.
Court.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Your brand could have been bigger than it is now. No, I'm joking. Yeah.
No such thing.
Immediately shut down.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Too many. We're getting all these letters telling us to stop things. It's crazy.
No cease and desists.
Yeah. Not yet.
Nope.
No, I'm just joking. That's awesome. So you started. So you get the buddies. They're out on the golf course. When did the idea become like, crap? We should really maybe start doing this mass production. Was it just be from all the buddies coming up to you, or women coming up to you and wanting to wear the same hat?
Definitely women.
Okay, definitely women.
No. So I'm a member at Brookridge in Overland Park,
Yep.
And I have a big group of guys I play with, probably 25 to 30 young guys our age. And so inherently I'm wearing our hats out there, and people start asking about them, and then I'm trying to push them onto my friends to have them wear them.
Right.
And it wasn't for the first couple months that we were still coming out with some other designs. But initially we started with just the square patch logo in navy, white, and black. So, we didn't have too many options. It was just a few people here and there wanted to buy them from us. And, he has a cousin out in LA who started pushing them for us, and it kind of just picked up steam on its own.
Wow.
we play with, our friends, our network started to expand, and it wasn't for the first few months that we realized, like, oh, well, we could actually do something with this. Yeah. So
you threw up a website at that point, or was the website already there?
Yeah. I figured out how to do that pretty quick. It was some long nights trying to figure out Wix, and the next thing you know, we got a website.
Dang.
But, for the first month, it was a lot of organic and just kind of, hustling. And getting in front of as many people as we can, sending pictures, getting people that we knew in different parts of the country to wear them and say, hey, can you show your buddies these? And then next thing you know, we have a website, and they're directing people to the website. And I remember, I think it was the first day we got an order. It was like, whoa.
What? It's happening.
Cool.
Yeah.
We got a $29 order.
Like, we're going to be
Let's go get some beer.
Let's go.
Where's the rocket? Let's go. Yeah. No, but then, within a month, I think it was a month and a half, it was fun. It was like, this is a good time. If it works out, great. I think we have something here. But then I was out, and for me, it hit that I think we have something here. When I was out at a bar, during COVID, spaced.
Yeah, with a mask on.
With a mask.
Yeah, of course.
But then you see a guy a couple tables down wearing a stripe hat. I'm like, holy cow, man.
Like, wow.
Yeah, I was like, hey, man, I'm one of the founders. Where'd you get the hat? And then turns out he's a friend of my buddy. And he was like, this is cool. This is sweet.
That's awesome.
The other thing that is worth noting that I'm sure we can talk about later is we did all this starting in August when the pandemic was real, in the heat of it. And so we've sold a lot of hats and have a lot of exposure during the winter now and with a pandemic. So, it's quite encouraging. Hopefully we can double, triple, quadruple, or even more, all of that once it's not negative three out or whatever. And when more golf courses are open, or there are more people golfing or whatnot. So that part is very cool to us, that we have such a big following, and we've done so well in weird circumstances. Do you think that the social media aspect of it has helped with that? It sounds like word of mouth amongst your friends and everything like that, but I'm assuming the social media aspect of it too has to help. Yeah. And I guess my question, and it might not be an answer to this, but like, if there is a silver lining to some of the pandemic stuff, it's the fact that people turn to be more online. So maybe this was perfect timing, of being able, people are more on their phones or sitting at home. They were able to discover
the company. You think that there's some you can attribute the success to that a little bit?
Oh, 100%. I mean, social media has been our only form of advertising outside of word of mouth and just through our buddies and people that know us. So, I mean, Instagram has been crazy for us. Like, we still have a very small following, but we're excited to see where it goes because, I mean, it's just crazy how many people you can reach and connect through social media. Like, people that would never know about you from all over the country.
Right.
So we're very much in the midst of that right now, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it seems like you're networking with a lot of Kansas City people too. I mean, Maureen Olson and then KC Golf Girls. I think they were mentioning that I should get in touch with you guys. So that was pretty cool. This network in Kansas City, the golf network seems to just be growing and growing and growing.
Everybody wants to help everybody too. It's awesome.
KC's proud of KC, man.
Oh my gosh,
what's so cool about it.
And do you like being from Kansas City? I sit there and contemplate that all day. I'm like, man, if I lived in another city, would I have as much pride as I have about the city I live in now? I don't know.
Well, we were just talking about Chicago. I don't know about what you experienced. During my time there, wearing all my KC gear, and shirts, people are like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like, this is Chicago.
Not a normal thing. And
here's a Blackhawks jersey.
Everyone wears these in KC. You don't have a Chicago shirt?
Yeah.
So, and then you come back, it's just different, man.
I think there's something about, if you go back to when Made in KC kind of came into the area of they've really helped establish local brands. There's such a, when I lived in Chicago and I left Chicago, come back to Kansas City, there were so many of the members at the golf course that I worked at that constantly said that is the hidden gem of the United States. And people don't understand. There's so much culture around food and just everything here, art and music, very much so. And just, I think it's a great foundation to be able to start, small businesses. And it's also a really big place for like startup companies, tech. I mean, and then you think about the giant companies. I mean, I think all the electronic healthcare companies, like 3 of the biggest ones are here. So it's Cerner, obviously, being the biggest one, but that's crazy. I mean, I don't ever stop and think about that of Kansas City isn't that big of a city in itself, but it's a huge powerhouse in terms of the United States, plus the hidden gem aspect of it. I have no idea where I'm going with any of this right now. I'm just talking. So
no, it's nuts. And like, using that, and then also the network that within local networks that were through social as well. Nick's done an awesome job, on the social aspect of it and getting in touch with people and just trial and error. What type of messaging, what are we saying in those messaging, and then reaching out to people locally as well, commenting and just being a part of just in the mix always. And next thing you know, I mean, hell, guys, we've scaled our following base from a few hundred to almost, I mean, we're breaking 1,000 soon as well. So it's awesome. It's nuts, man. And so.
And it's hard. I think that's awesome that you're thanking Nick for that. It's hard. Like, I understand it. It's like, it's all day, every day and then you got to post stuff. You got to put stuff up on social media. I suck at it. I hate doing it, but it's really good that you figured that out because you can reach a lot of people, but then you got to go out and continue to comment on it.
I mean, I always laugh about it because I'm kind of a quiet person. I was an underwriter in insurance. I'm kind of an analytical person. And then like my social media personality is completely different from who I am. Like it's hilarious.
You internalize everything, but then your social media, you're not. You're putting it all out there.
I'll blast anything and everything out there. It doesn't matter.
Wow.
You never know who you're going to reach, man.
Right.
It's a lot of fun, though. And I just love, I mean, it's just awesome meeting people and talking to people, even if it's surface level, just getting our brand out there, getting our name out there, trying to catch people's attention. That's all it's about.
What's the most unique things that has happened so far? Whether it's a person, somebody that you're just like, holy cow, like you walking into the bar, Gil, and seeing the guy wearing the hat. But what else? There's got to be bigger things than that.
I'll say this. I don't mean to interject, but
no, go for it.
Part of what I think is the coolest part about social media, whether this answers the question or not, is that people respond and reach out to us because they like what we are doing.
Yeah.
And not like it's one thing if we create a business and some hats that we all like and that we wear, which is how it started. It's like, let's make some hats that we can wear. But we have people that we've never heard of that are in Boston and in everywhere that reach out to us and say, these hats are sweet. The logo is cool. Would love to partner with you guys. Would love to get your gear here for this charity event we're doing or whatever it is. That's that's really cool. I mean, we started this out of thin air after a round because we were tired of, doing whatever I mean, it's really cool. That to me is what I think is the coolest
Yeah, what
part.
You can reach, who you can reach. And how
and it's not
crazy.
And they're just like, we like your stuff. Where can we get it? How can we help you or whatever it is?
Here's the website.
Yeah. Here it is.
Yeah. That's I feel like I can relate to some degree of doing the podcast and stuff like that, but single person doing it, you guys have 3, you can lean on each other. And I think that's incredibly, is somebody have one talent versus the other person have a talent? You guys are, who has a weakness? Sorry, saying it that way, but you bring each other up, right?
That's
I mean, we partner.
Yeah, exactly. Who wants to say,
who's better?
Ross really sucks at this. No.
I feel like everyone's had a hand. Like, there's certain people that when we have taken on different tasks that may, head it, right? But at the end of the day, all 3 of us have had a hand in every single aspect.
Yeah. From
social to the designs to the website. I mean, we're pinging each other until 1 a.m. saying, hey, what do you think about this? Nah, man, that's not cool. Let's try something new.
It's more so there's a big passion for this between the 3 of you.
Yeah.
Is this like what's the ultimate goal?
I mean,
seeing someone wear the hat on tour.
That's it, yeah.
Winning a tour. Hey, speaking of, guys, we got our first tour win this last week.
Oh.
Yeah. A kid who went to University of Iowa with me, he played on the golf team, and I know of him through my wife. My wife used to hang out with a bunch of the golf guys up at Iowa because of her mutual friends and her girlfriends. But he played on the golf team at Iowa. He's down on the mini tours in Arizona, and he just won yesterday. One of the outlaw he wore the hat all week.
Hell yeah!
And he shot 25 under.
He was lighting it up. He was lighting it up.
That's awesome.
He was striping it.
He was striking
He was
it.
striping
Yeah.
it. Yes.
Hell yeah!
So that was really cool to see. And
Well done.
I mean, I have a few random connections like that from being up at Iowa and hanging out with those guys. So I'm excited to see what they can do for sure. And there's some local Kansas City guys that we're in touch with about doing that as well. So, I mean, just
exposure.
Exposure is everything. I mean,
this podcast is going to get you there too. Don't worry about that.
That's why we're here, man.
Yeah.
We love it.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate you guys listening.
You can tell. We'll tell this story in a couple of years when we're
on a
beach somewhere or something.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Next podcast on a beach.
Yeah.
All right.
It'll be good. It'll be a little sandy. That's fine. Just won't get it into the camera. Won't get it into the audio stuff. It'll be awesome.
A little different than the snow that's outside.
Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. I'm so
it's
over
kind of
it.
serene, but it's just cold.
It's freaking pretty as hell, but I'm just ready for some warmth is what I want.
Golf weather.
Yeah.
Golf weather.
I'm going out to Colorado next week, and it's warmer there than it is here right now.
Where are you going?
Georgetown, Colorado. We have a place out there,
cool.
and I'll do some snowboarding. We're going to A Basin, and I think we're doing Loveland the second day.
Nice. I love A Basin. That's
it's
like
one
an
of my
OG
favorite
place
places
out there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love the fact that you can grill in the parking lot and just ski or snowboard right into the parking lot. And be like, are the hot dogs ready? Yes, they are. All right, cool. Crack a beer. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I just love that it's not so commercial compared to some of the other places. I mean, Keystone, Breckenridge, those places are just packed.
Yeah.
You can go to A Basin and just tear up the place in no time. So
and if you need a beanie.
Oh, that's a good point.
Beanies.
You know what? I should be wearing one. You're right. That's a good point. Maybe I did that on purpose. Said I was going to Colorado.
Fantastic.
I know how to lead this.
Very wonderful.
No. So what makes you, you guys, you're doing the stripe thing, but what makes you guys tick? What are you, what's the things that keeps you going on, I know you play golf. You're at Brook Ridge, Nick, right? You're at Wolf Creek?
Yes, sir.
Wolf Creek?
No. I'm
Gil's,
in between.
You're in between.
Put it that way.
Where are you thinking about going?
It's a good
Can
question.
you even
both
say?
of those courses?
Yeah, both of those. I did. I'm hinting at my wife. We're currently in the process of moving homes out towards Wolf Creek.
Oh, okay.
So I'm laying down the foundation that it's just it's just right here. I'll be home faster.
It'll be exactly. It's just right around the corner. It's
right
fine.
around the corner.
Yeah. Sycamore's out there too.
Exactly.
See,
Sycamore's a great course.
Yeah.
I used to play out there all the time before I was a member at a club. And
nice.
Coming from out of town, I tried to find as many good public courses, and that was always a staple. Cause
I feel like this comes up on every podcast that I do, and if you guys have listened to it, I feel like Kansas City has some of the best golf courses, public golf courses in like Gil being in Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel like I would go to play like a public golf course in Chicago and I was like, this is a dump.
No
like,
offense to Chicago golf courses, but terrible.
Yes, and it was like 4 times as much as any golf course, and you're like, what did I just pay for?
Oh yeah,
like a goat ranch type of golf. Sorry to Chicago golf.
Yeah,
but it's
sorry Chicago.
Yeah,
but
sorry.
Not impressed.
Hey, I got friends up there that still live up there, and it's fine. They understand. There are some great golf courses out there, but I feel like they're very far and few between in terms of, or they're more private golf courses. Yeah. You know, they're nice golf courses up there. But what do you guys think about that? If you weren't at Wolf Creek, or how long have you been at Wolf Creek, Ross?
Just a year.
Just a year.
Since
okay.
about this time last year.
Where'd you play before that?
I was at Brookridge for the last 2 or 3 years or so before that. I don't know. I like Brookridge, man. Brookridge is a really fun track. I mean, I probably played that course 500 times, and I would play it again.
Different every time.
I mean, it's just it's playable.
Yeah.
It's in good shape. There are a lot of good young guys out there.
Yeah.
I mean, we're trying to take over that course with Stripe Golf.
Nice. Heck
I mean,
yeah.
I think I went there to play. Nick had me out there a couple of weeks ago on one of the days that it was 50 in the middle of December, and there were like 10 people within eye shot, if that's the right way to say it, wearing a Stripe Golf Co hat.
You got to talk to Austin Jarko. Then he's headed that way. So,
from Creekmore, right?
Yeah, he's from Creekmore, but he's yesterday. I think yesterday was like his last day, and so now he's headed to Brookridge.
Oh,
so.
We'll definitely be talking to him.
Yeah, well, he listens. So, he says he listens.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be talking to him for sure, though.
Good. Yeah, he's headed out there. That'll be good. Yeah, I haven't played Brookridge in probably 15 years.
Oh, we got to have you out.
Yeah,
for sure.
Anytime.
And I live like 5 minutes from it. I play tennis at those courts that are literally right by it.
Okay.
So yeah, I just never go over there and play.
Is that the indoor like dome?
No, it little towards Metcalf, closer to Metcalf. The public tennis courts that are just right there.
Okay.
And they kind of redid them like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, I was going to say the Brookridge tennis courts. Those aren't in there anymore.
No, yeah, those are gone. And then it's so weird going over by where Meadowbrook was.
Oh,
it's so weird going over there and seeing like
beautiful homes, but sad to see it.
Yeah.
Man.
Did you guys play Meadowbrook when it was a thing?
I'd played 1 or 2 holes back in the day.
1 or 2
for free?
holes.
I mean, I was like,
did you sneak
when
on?
I say back in the day, guys, I'm talking like
2 years ago.
Years old.
Yeah.
my aunt's like, hey, come on out.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, this sucks.
I think there's some similarities between Meadowbrook and Brookridge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, similar styles. And then I would even bring Milburn into that equation. Milburn might be a little bit more of a tighter golf course than Brookridge and Meadowbrook was, but Brookridge, I can't even tell you what the first hole is. I couldn't even. I haven't played it.
Well, you usually just want to get through it and on to number 2.
I was going to say, you just want to try to not get a double or hit it in the junk.
What's the one that runs along 103rd? Right.
10.
That's 10.
Number 10, yeah.
So then where is 1?
1 is on the west side of the clubhouse, and it goes south, basically straight south.
Middle of the property.
And it's a short par 4. It's probably 375 yards, but it's kind of a little like 225-yard layup shot to a creek, and then like dogleg right up towards the green. So it's
a birdie hole where you're trying to make birdie and then you make 5.
Exactly.
Every time.
That creek is what makes Brookridge difficult.
It's like
it runs straight through the middle.
Yeah.
Touches a ton of holes.
I was going to say it's like 13 of the 18 holes or something like that.
It's crazy.
That's awesome.
It's almost like they named it after that.
What? Oh my gosh! Wow! Did you just drop the mic?
It just came to me.
That's wow!
After all those years playing out there.
Wow!
Just figured it out.
So did you play it before they redid like that corner that's over by Antioch and 435? Do you remember that? Yeah,
I think that was before my time.
Okay, I had never played it, but that was a complete like redesign. They redid the building. The building's new over there, but that was probably 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah, because that was a par 5, right? From that corner, it went up the hill.
Yes.
What's now a par 3 and then a par 4 of 5 and 6.
Are those houses still there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a couple of
built
them.
in the 70s.
Yeah, exactly. There's one that you're just like, what?
It's got a circle window with the bubble window.
You just wonder what's in there and what's in that room. It's like it's the hot tub room or something.
Oh yeah.
There's a bed. Do we shag now or shag later? That's what they're doing. So yeah.
We could go all day with Austin Powers.
Oh yeah. I mean,
you guys are old enough. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But
yeah, we are.
I was just thinking about this. I'll put this into the first Austin Powers came out when I was like in 7th or 8th grade.
Not that old.
Yeah.
We're not that old.
Yeah.
So we were.
It was been in like 96 or 97 or something like that.
Yeah, we were 4. I was 4.
Oh my God.
I was 4 years old.
A little too early for the Aussie
But
Powers.
you started a golf company, and you're far younger than I am. I haven't done that. That's pretty cool.
It's been fun, man. It's been a wild ride. I mean, we've been seeing the growth so far, and then now getting out and getting in front of some of the local clubs like the Creekmores, the Sykes Ladies Shadows, Dubs. I mean, Fred Arbanis, talking to them and coming in and saying, just seeing the support as far as being a local company and being able to bring them in. We're having those discussions and the willingness to have the discussions.
Are you in all those courses? Do you have
talking to them? Okay. We are going to be in Dubs Dread. Yeah. Planning on Sykes Lady as well. So keep your eyes up, keep your eyes peeled for some stripe gear.
Oh yeah.
But we're meeting with Fred Arbanis and Shadow Glen here soon as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man, it's been wild.
Don't want to jinx it. That's good. That's good.
Hopefully they're listening.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Plug.
Dubs Dread. You guys ever play it? Yeah. Creekmore. Yeah. Brook Ridge.
That's one of the best.
Brook Ridge is already there. Sycamore Ridge. Come on. Who else? Shoal Creek.
Shoal Creek's
Park.
unreal.
Yeah.
I think the public courses that I like. I mean,
we've gone
Sycamore,
all
Shoal
over the
Creek.
place, by the way. We started with like, what are the best courses in Kansas City? Or I was leading with that, and then we went, how did we get here? Like, good gosh. So,
but I think Creekmore was the one I played once in high school, but since coming back from Chicago, I played in that Kansas City Am this last summer. And is that public or private, or is it like hybrid?
I think
it's private now, but it was, I believe, a hybrid.
Okay.
I think it was like when it first opened, they were allowing like public to come on and play. I think I don't look anymore to see if there's my in-laws live out there now, so we can get a tee time through him pretty easily. I think you have to be a resident or you have to be a member.
Okay. Well, regardless, man, I was really impressed. It was a blast to play out there. Maybe I have such high regards because I actually played well for once.
That's
in a tournament, so you never.
That matters.
Yeah,
that matters.
Yeah, you striped it.
Feels good in the heart. Yeah,
right.
You steal it. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. That's why every time we mention stripe on the podcast from this point forward, I'll add Golf Co.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
We love to hear it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I agree. I think Creekmore is one of the better courses, newer courses in Kansas City. It's hard though. It took me a while. It took me a while to figure out my lines out there. One, you get up there and you're like, okay, where the hell do I hit it? And if you go too far left, you're through the freaking fairway into the rough and in the trees.
You know what hole is an animal? 9.
Oh my gosh, it's
9
like 6
and then
into the wind.
Well, then
always
8,
into
9.
the wind. Yeah.
8, 9 is ridiculous. I don't know what to hit on 8 off the tee. That's a difficult one.
Yeah.
And then you got 9. That's a 700-yard par 5. It's
Eight,
insane.
8 is easy for me. It's the par 4 up the hill, dogleg.
Correct,
I guess you could kind of call it a dogleg left.
Yeah.
8 doesn't bother me. I just fire it at that big tree and draw it to the center of the fairway.
See, you're good.
I hit
driveway
driveway.
to do that. Though.
Well, I try to. I'm not saying I do it all the time. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
9 is ridiculous. I don't. That's really great that it's a long par 5, but I feel like it was a complete mess up that they built it going south. Because it's too long. You can hit driver 3 wood and still have 115, 120 yards into the hole.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
It's nuts.
Yeah. And, I mean, if you're into the wind and you don't hit it, 300 plus, you're down in this little weird pocket where the pond is on the right and OB is very accessible on the left.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's a tough hole.
I think it's deceiving. I think every line, every tee shot is incredibly deceiving because I can't remember who I was talking to about this, but it was something along the lines of the houses are so big out there but they're still so far away from the golf course that it kind of creates this optical illusion that you think you're going to hit these houses, but you probably really can't get to them. Yeah. And I would say the par 5, the first par 5 on the
5.
Yes, 5. Thank you. That fairway is freaking ginormous.
Yeah. But it looks visually.
It does
looks narrow.
Yes, which is great. And then 6, the next hole, same way.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you get up there and you can hit 3-wood or you can hit driver off those holes. But yeah, it's deceiving when you get up. You think it's super narrow, and you get out in the middle of the fairway, and you're like, can hit a sand wedge across this fairway right now.
Yeah.
So,
That is good though for amateur golfers out there.
Yeah, for sure.
The fairways appear to be 80 yards wide.
Yeah.
So if you can't hit the fairway out there, which not everyone can, and I personally don't hit the fairway out there all the time, but
you don't have to hit the fairway to make birdies.
Yeah,
just have to hit it far.
Yeah. I'm certainly not far like Bryson. I'm not playing that game.
Yeah,
these guys,
you're not deadlifting all the time.
These guys can move it much better than I can.
Oh, so what are your handicaps? Just curious. You guys keep track of your handicaps?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
I'm a 3. I usually stay.
You can't move it, and you're a 3.
Well, I can move it, but I'm on that like 270 range, not the 300 carry, 330.
Right.
You see him puff his chest when he says he can move it.
270. I mean,
that's
what's the average on tour? I'm right there. Yeah.
No. Yeah. The lowest I got down to was a 0.7 after I shot 67 this past summer, but that was pretty short lived. So.
Hey, it's all right. It's a work in progress. It's never ending.
Yeah.
So
that's the best part about golf. Is
my gosh.
You scrape it around and see what you can do.
You think about hats at the end of your round, and then all of a sudden you start a company, or you're thinking about how do I play a better round next time.
But the best part about Stripe Golf Co. is you put the hat on and you're definitely going low. So
I love it. It's guaranteed to stripe.
Yes, that needs to be somewhere on a website or on something. That is fantastic.
Guaranteed.
Put the hat on and go low.
Yeah. So
that's
Ross,
what are you?
Conditions.
We got to make sure that's a guarantee.
Yeah, exactly. It's like or not.
I'm like a 3 or a 4.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I don't honestly know how low I've ever gotten.
Yeah.
I don't want to compare driver stats.
Yeah, why not?
Nick, because it'll
make him feel bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
a little.
You know your average drivers?
No.
Oh, okay, all right.
No, my average driver is. I don't know.
I'll give it to him. He's plus 300 for sure.
Okay, all right.
My average drive is either right or in the middle. So
okay, you're right.
I don't know about the yardage, but it's either
right or right down the middle,
or right down the middle.
All right, hey, nothing wrong with that.
But he usually likes to throw out that new Costco in between our balls.
Yeah.
Have you seen?
Have you heard about that new Costco, Nick?
Oh,
right in between our balls in the fairway.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I would imagine that's a dad joke.
That's a dad joke, but I would imagine there's a lot of shit talking between the three of you guys.
Oh,
we've played enough golf. We've probably, of the 500 rounds I've played at Brokerage, I probably played 489 of them with Nick and Gil. And I think the day that we came up with Stripe, or that we started, like that first conversation, we were sitting on the patio having a drink, and somebody owed somebody more money that day than we usually do. Because it's usually like we'll play for a couple dollars a hole, and then someone owes somebody like $3 and say, all right, well, we'll just we'll get you next time. Mm-hmm. But this day, I think somebody owed somebody some real money. $20.
Yeah. Whoa.
Big deals.
Yeah.
And someone was like, well, I can't even buy a hat with $20. And so,
wow.
Not that our hats are all $20.
No, but I get it. Yeah.
I don't know if that's that. I think I remember that was how it started.
We should start a company that has cheaper hats. Because you did say at the beginning, we're tired of paying $40 for our hats.
That you can wear on the golf course for 4 hours a weekend.
Right,
and then you just, it's a fitted hat that's going to fade and be nasty, and you can't wear it out anywhere or doing anything else. And
I totally
with ours, you can.
Yeah. It's the only hat on the market that you can do that with.
I don't know about that, but
no, it is. No,
it's the best. It's the best one.
We'll take your word for it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Gil, what's your handicap? What are you doing on the golf course?
Yeah, I'm about the same as them when I'm playing.
Yeah,
it's about we're all pretty equal around that 2, 3, 4 range.
Okay.
Lowest I've ever gotten is a +1 back in the college days, but that's a long gone. And that's when the putter's actually working.
I was gonna say
the nemesis right there.
Oh gosh. You're probably is he still like an amazing putter though? And on the days that he says
he putts like all of us. I mean, some days he makes putts because the hole is the size of a basketball hoop. Other days it's you can't even see the hole.
Is it there?
Yeah, it's not.
All right, what type of games are you guys playing on the golf course? What do you do? What's your game that you go to?
Before we get into that, what's your golf game like?
Yeah, dear God.
Yeah, come on, don't hold out.
Come on.
I want okay, so
the
lowest I've gotten was like a 1.9. I was never really like a strong player. I was a better teacher, but then I just got out of teaching. But this year and last year, I've gone through some really good swing changes, setting a better foundation for, I guess last year, for this year, 2021, to play. So I feel really encouraged. I was up to almost like a 5. I was like a 4 4 something. So.
That's a good place to sit.
I was gonna say that's a good place.
That's
a good place to take some money or
yeah. Because I'll still fire like a 72 or a 73, but then I'll shoot like 87.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well that's our games.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
sounds familiar.
That's birdie bogey
exactly.
clockwork.
I was gonna say that's birdie bogey.
Oh yeah, and we play. Have you ever played the train? Have you ever played train? So you have to. I'm gonna jack up the rules. I'm so sorry, but
just
it's
make
like
them up.
Yeah, that's
you
totally.
know, you got some guys sitting at home. That's not.
That's not it. What is he talking? Yeah, and they will comment and they will send me a text or they will send me a direct message on Instagram and be like, "You're dumb." I'm like, "That's right, I am dumb." It's you have to. I think you have to par. So you have to par 2 holes in a row, which gets you on the train. Then if you make a par, I think it's a point. If you make a birdie, it's 2 points. But if you bogey 2 bogeys in a row, you're back off the train. The only way you can make points is if you're on the train.
See, I play that bogey train.
That's how you would get on the train.
What happens if you get a birdie or better?
Even if and you're not on the train, nothing.
In general, do you break the game with a birdie or
you can't? So let's say you birdie the first hole.
Okay.
And then you par the second hole. You still have to make another par to get on the train. I know it sucks.
It's like it's like putt golf.
But it makes you get on that first hole. It like if you're like, oh, I got this 3-foot birdie putt, you might miss it.
Oh my!
Yeah.
What? We don't play games like that. Where
it sounds like a sandbaggers game.
It's not a sandbag, but it makes you think on that first hole. You're like, crap, I want to get on the train to start making points really quick. But
honestly, that train game might be a good one for Brookridge because 1 and 2 are. You'd be good to get a 4 there, a par there on both those 2, and then 3 is a birdie hole. So
yeah, it's harder than you think. But it sucks if you play with people who are like +1s or something like that because they're on the train the entire round.
Yeah,
and then you're ending up like paying them $40 at the end of the round. And you're like, shit.
Yeah.
So, but
we usually play with our big group of guys. We usually play like a skins game, and usually have to validate your skin on the next hole. So it kind of.
Explain that to the listeners, validating it.
Yeah, so if you birdie the first hole and you win a skin or you got the best score on that hole out of everyone you're playing with, the next hole you have to get a net par or better. So basically validating that the skin was worthy on the last hole.
I would not ever make skins.
You'd be shocked at how frequently nobody validates.
Oh yeah.
We have a saying which we started to say is birdie bogey is the most predictable thing ever
in our
golf.
group.
In our group, but in golf, I think if you get a birdie, you better strap in because you're about to get a bogey.
Yes,
it's coming.
Yeah, you're high right now. You're about to be low.
It doesn't go bogey birdie either. You don't get a bogey and then a birdie. It's only you birdie 3. You're
that
bogey
confidence
4.
after that birdie is just through the roof, and then
until you drive to the tee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't even ask us what happens after an eagle, man.
Oh gosh, yeah. It's a double. It's an instant double. Yeah.
Minimum.
Should we just write the double down now and just move to the next hole? Let's do that. All right.
I've done that. I've birdied a hole and then just stepped up and hit a good drive or not so good drive and been like, well, we all know what's coming. So
it's a bogey.
I mean, it could be an easy hole.
But why is that? So why is this? Why does that happen? Because you're right. It is birdie bogey. It's not bogey birdie.
I don't know, man. If I knew,
you would change it.
I would. Yeah. I'd hit 7 iron wedge and try to make a putt. I don't know.
I don't think that helps though. Like hitting a shorter iron off of a tee and getting you. Like I've seen players do that and they end up making a bogey. Already. I just think it's crazy. Like the aspect, or is it mentally? Is there a block in our head? I think it's. I think the for me, I think it's like the confidence goes through the roof and it's like, I got this. And then you forget everything that you've thought about, every swing thought that led you to the birdie, and then you go like, oh, I'm going to revert back to my stupid swings.
I mean, I've done it without even thinking about it. I've done it in just playing 9 holes at the end of the day at 5 o'clock because it was, because we got off work or whatever it is, and just have a birdie, and then you're not even thinking about it. Didn't even write it down because you're not really keeping track, and then you just bogey the next hole. It just happens. I mean,
and you would think if you're
occurrence,
and you would think if you're good at golf, like a birdie would try and take you on a little heater and get on a run, but no, it's just straight down. I mean,
it's every time, man.
Really?
With I mean, with Nick and I and with Gil, it's almost every time.
I mean,
and if
crazy.
it's not, it's going to be a really, really good day.
Oh, yeah.
You're about to shoot 68.
If you birdie that first hole, you're like, oh, man.
Yeah, you're like, shit. Yeah.
Should I pack up now?
I do that with my drive. I have this like weird mental thing where it's like if I get up and just rip a drive on the first hole, it's a bad day. If I get up there and it's like, ugh, what the hell was that? It becomes a good day. Yeah. It's like I'll fire like a 74. But if I hit perfect drive on the first hole, it's like 87 every time.
That's why you won't catch me really warming up on the range, hitting full swings, because if I hitting it good, man.
Just get the feeling. God, yeah.
But if
you have so many good swings in you, so you don't waste them.
Why is that? It's so frustrating.
Because we're not on tour, man. I mean, that's the way it goes.
Yeah. We wake up, we're like, oh, man, I was really feeling it yesterday. And it's like the next day you're like, have I played golf? Do I even know how to hold this club? Like that's.
I think my golf game has gotten better since I started wearing stripe exclusively.
I would imagine.
Nick too.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Gil too, probably.
Really? That's impressive. So that's the secret.
3 for 3.
But you still birdie bogey.
Every time.
Look good, feel good.
So is stripe golf costing the birdie bogey?
No.
Okay,
This is years in the
it's
making.
definitely decreased. Since
we have perfected
it. Yeah, I mean, you gotta remember. I mean,
quickly you guys
defend
that. Yeah.
We can't send the wrong message about stripe.
But it might be our subliminal tagline.
Right.
If we could put it on a hat and people knew what it was, other than us just putting 2 golf terms on a hat, we might.
I think it's a new option for a hat. Honestly.
I agree.
Yeah,
I do agree.
Birdie,
Birdie
bogey.
Yeah, birdie, bogey. Yeah,
Striped golf go. Yep.
It falls in line with some of those other brands though, like G4's got those like could have shot 80.
Oh yeah.
Could have broken 80. Should have shot 76 or something. I mean, we could slap it on there.
I love it. I think it's a great idea. I think people would buy that. I think people would buy. And I'm not saying like they wouldn't buy the stripe logo hat alone, but then you're branching off into something that would be pretty cool. People are like, what the hell does that mean?
And thoroughly relatable.
Yes.
Yeah.
We all are. Yeah. I love the fact it's like if you do match the birdie the next hole, or if you par, you're right. It's on.
It's coming, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's coming.
Yes. Exactly. That's hilarious. So what else, guys? What's new? What does the future look like for Stripe Golf Co., I should say. You know, what's the
new designs, man? Yeah. I mean, we're working on new designs every day. We're talking about what's next, what hat designs we like. One of the big things that we think is a growth area for us, and targeting, different age men, but also opening the door to a lot of female buyers as well, is the dad hat, man. The dad hat game, man. We got to get in the dad hat game, man.
I think you
do.
do.
That cotton hat game. We've done some samples, and they look great. And some of the girls that we have, shown them to love them. And so that's one of the big areas that we're talking about now, and just different color schemes and talking to different partners about, whether just on Instagram and trying to get them out there.
What about apparel? Is apparel coming down the road at any point or no?
We would definitely like to explore that.
Gotcha.
Right now, I mean, we all have our own day jobs that we're navigating through in our own personal lives outside of Stripe. So the thing with apparel, though, is, and with our hats, too, we don't want to just make, like, low-quality stuff and slap Stripe on it and expect people to buy it. If we can't stand behind what we're putting out there, and if we don't want to wear it ourselves, then how can we expect anyone else to? So
yeah,
exactly.
Totally agree.
I think we would have a really good, people would respond quite well to apparel if we did it. Nick bought some sweatshirts and we slapped a logo on it just to see what it would look like.
Yeah.
And they're cool. They're just not they're not the greatest quality, and I don't know that we'd want to mass produce them and try to sell them. Yeah. But like when we started with one hat, we came out with a new one, came out with another one, and every time we've had more and more interest, or more and more people who said they like it. Came out with beanies because it's winter, and so I don't know about apparel, but I'm sure we'll get stir crazy with what we're doing eventually, and start putting it on pullovers or polos and see what we can get.
I love that you said, like, what you said about it's not, the quality wasn't good enough. I think that's awesome that you have. It's like, listen, if I don't like it, I'm not going to want to sell this to anybody. I think that's really good pride to stand behind and be like, and that's what you guys started with, of like, we want to create a hat that we can not only play golf in, but we can wear out lifestyle and not feel, like a walking billboard for someone else. Yeah. So,
or at a place. I mean, it looks kind of weird if you're wearing I mean, no disrespect. I don't want anybody to get in trouble here, but if you're wearing a fitted Titleist hat at dinner with a,
it looks kind of
polo.
Weird. Yeah.
First of all, you're wearing a hat indoors, so you look weird anyway. But second of all, it just doesn't go. I mean, it looks goofy. So those hats are all they're strictly golf course. We're trying to we're trying to be lifestyle and golf and find the happy medium there.
Yeah. Let's switch gears for a second. What do you guys think about all this distance talk? The RNA, the USGA coming down on all that. What do you guys think on this?
With the rangefinders and everything?
Not the rangefinders, the
Equipment.
RNA.
Like,
they're going into the equipment.
Yeah.
That's
Dialing
another
back
aspect
gear.
of it. Yeah.
Dialing back drivers and balls. Far enough.
I personally think golf is hard enough without putting any sort of restrictions or limitations on it. So, like Rory and Webb Simpson's comments about golf course redesign is probably more applicable to me than trying to restrict equipment. I mean,
I agree.
I totally agree.
I think all you're doing is making it harder for Nick, the shortest hitter in the room, to play because he'll just be further behind. It literally, the Costco will still exist between the balls.
The Costco will be building additions to the building.
It's a mega complex Costco.
Yeah.
I think what Rory said is like, why would they dial back the balls or the drivers or the shafts or whatever?
Right.
Because 98% of the people who play golf are not professionals, and 98% of people want to hit it further and create more spin and whatever. And so if it doesn't apply, I mean, it doesn't apply to them because imagine if we couldn't hit the ball as far, we would hate it.
Yeah,
hit it 250,
Daniel, the co-host, he goes, what a great way to not get more people into the game.
Exactly.
Let's make the ball go shorter distance.
Exactly.
Like,
I mean, at the end of the day, man, you got to make putts. You got to get the ball in the hole. So it doesn't matter what you do.
Right.
What's the old saying? There's no picture on a scorecard, right? So who cares how you get it done?
Right.
Bryson's not winning every tournament. Rory's not winning every tournament.
No.
So what?
The longest hitters aren't winning every tournament. Some of them are, but it's not. I 100% agree. Ball still has to go in the hole. And if you look at, and I don't have the data right in front of me, but it's like even though the distances have been getting longer, like on tour and stuff like that, for the 98% of people who are not, that's stayed pretty consistent. And so is average score. So is it truly impacting the game to be able to hit it 400 yards or 350 yards?
Well, and another piece of that too is like the golf courses they're playing on, the conditions they're playing in. Like, sure, right now, like the wind can kick up at Pebble Beach and it can get cold, but for the most part, when you're watching PGA Tour golf, it's sunny and looks immaculate. So it's like they're playing in optimal conditions to hit the ball as well as they can, and I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, just don't cut the rough as much or roll the greens and narrow the fairways for those guys. I mean, if they dial stuff back, I think people would just stop playing.
Yeah, I mean, you'd hurt the game overall, I think. So
and I gotta sell as much gear. I mean, people wouldn't want to buy a new driver if it's a dialed back driver. They'd keep their not dialed back driver.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, totally agree.
I got asked that the other day, and my response was, I've been able to hit the ball. My whole game is built on distance and really bad on the green. Like just reality.
Right. Just get close and hope that I get it in at some point. So you're like Ben Hogan. Ben Hogan would always say, like, the green needs to be a funnel. As soon as I hit it, it should just go into the hole.
Exactly.
I've never heard that. That's funny.
Because he hated putting, too. It was the worst part of his game.
I mean, so my response was, I've been able to hit the ball a long ways my entire career, but you don't see me on tour. Like, I mean, I'm not anywhere close. I played Division II golf and didn't do much, and I have a day job now. So that doesn't equate to being a really good golfer.
I agree. It'd be interesting as an individual person, if they could do this, is track your stats over time of all the different drivers maybe that you've had. Because I just updated my driver this year, or 2020, I'm sorry, and my previous driver was like 14 years old. I don't feel like I'm like the positions that I'm getting to off of the tee boxes are not that different. Like I'm not like 30 yards further down the road than I was prior. Yeah. So whatever they're looking at to get this, I don't understand where it's really coming from. It seems like I like Rory's comment where he's like, "What a waste of money." Yeah. I agree.
Yeah,
like seriously, let's do something else. And then I think he followed up the comment with like that money could have been spent on just getting people into the game.
Yeah. Buying golf hats.
Yeah. Buying stripe golf hats.
Exactly. Now, the pandemic though has been great for golf, so it would be completely counterintuitive to go and do that after golf has made such progress and the biggest year of all time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and then let's do something to get people out of the game. I mean, they have come out, the RNA and the USGA have come out and said that it doesn't mean that anything's going to happen. They're just opening up the investigation into it. So no rules have changed. Yeah. But now, what about the rangefinder thing? I'm not 100%. I haven't done a lot of research on that. So, Gil, if you want to talk about it,
I haven't done a lot of research on it either. Okay. But at the end of the day, those guys are using rangefinders in the practice rounds and figuring out the yardage. They know exactly what it's going to be.
Right.
And the notes, years and years of notes in those yardage books, they know what it is already.
Right.
And so it's not going to change all that much.
Right. I agree.
But
you guys use a rangefinder?
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like it makes the game faster or slower?
Faster.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I saw someone say they think it was going to take more, or it's going to cause there to be more delays or more.
I don't remember who said that,
time,
but it was a tour player.
Because people are going to check their yardage book or talk to their caddy and then pull their rangefinder out, and there's another however many seconds or minutes per shot. I don't know. I mean, I don't really think. I think it was all intended to increase pace of play.
Yeah.
But when I get done playing, I want to go back out and play more. I don't want to. I'm not playing for $10 million, but I don't want the round to go any faster.
Right. Yeah.
All I know is, I played in some tournaments where guys are trying to find their ball, find it. Okay, where's the nearest yardage marker?
Right.
Okay, now I got to step this thing off.
I got to figure that out. Yeah. No. So that's a good point. Yeah, I think there's avenues of which it will increase. I think they increase pace of play, but I also think there needs to be maybe like some etiquette towards it, because like the what you're kind of saying, Gil, is like somebody will walk all the way over, shoot the yardage, and then they'll walk all the way back to their freaking cart and grab their club. Take 4 or 5 clubs with you. You're not an idiot. You kind of know where it is. I'm sorry.
You're not on tour.
Yeah.
Right.
This isn't the U.S. Open, man.
You don't have somebody bringing clubs to you. Just take your bag or take 4 or 5 clubs with you. It's not going to inconvenience you that much. Yes, there is the risk of leaving a club on the ground, but just pick them up. Throw them where you know you're going to walk back, and it's step on them. I don't know. So I'm slow play irritates the crap out of me. Or the cart path only, when people like walk, they do like 5 trips back and forth between the cart. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this person doing?
Yeah. What's worse, that or the guy who stands up over and takes like 10 practice swings? That's my thing.
Practice swing guy.
The practice swing is hard. The other thing that's hard, and I'm guilty of this, is very deliberate players that just take a long time to execute a shot.
Like pull the trigger.
Yeah. I just went through like a mental thing. Oh yeah. It's horrible. It's the worst thing in the world. It's like you get up there and you're like, how do I start my golf swing? Like, why is that? Like, you've been playing golf for almost 40 years. How come I can't figure out how to start my golf swing all of a sudden? It's crazy. Yeah. Sorry, am I causing?
No. It's do I breathe?
There's like deer in the headlights. Look at me right now.
Do I breathe in or out?
Right. Yes, exactly. Where do I exhale? How do I? Do I need to do Matthew Wolf type thing to start my swing?
When's the last time I chunked the ball?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god,
that's way too many swing thoughts.
Where's my weight? Yeah, exactly. Do I need to do a forward press before I start my swing? Yeah, it's horrible. It's exactly what happens. Yeah. But no, I think the slow play. What are some other things that annoy the crap out of you guys on the golf course? Let's educate people on what not to do.
Yeah, I would say we've already touched on it. Bring multiple clubs. If it's cart path only, bring multiple clubs. Bring your rangefinder and just keep it moving.
Yeah.
What else?
What about the raking of a sand trap?
Good shot, man. And it's out of bounds.
Oh, that's my grandfather did that all the time. Sounded
great
good.
Swing.
It sounded great.
Oh, sounded good.
Yeah. Oh, that's the worst.
That is didn't see it, didn't hear it, don't know where it went. Not going to help you find it. Sounded good.
Yeah, sounded great. Yeah. Did it? Because it's gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like the sound it made when it hit all the trees leaving the course? Yeah.
Sounded good.
I hate that. Someone wants to say that to me, I'll be like, just leave now. Yeah, go.
I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I feel like I overtalk when I'm playing golf with other people. Yeah. I'm like, for whatever reason, I like wait for everyone else to hit and watch. I have good vision, so I usually try and help people see their ball down. But then I'm like, good shot, or I'll catch myself.
Good fit, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But then exactly. But then I'm commenting on people's shots, and it's like after I say it, I'm like, just shut up.
He's that guy.
Yeah.
He realizes he's that guy, right?
But I can relate. Like, what do you guys do when someone's having just a complete cluster F of a hole? Yeah. Like, it's okay, man. You'll get through it. you know.
Just kind of walk on eggshells.
Us three now, it's been so many rounds, it's kind of...
It doesn't matter. Yeah, there's a laugh.
You get a good laugh.
Yeah. Everyone has to have that blow up, though. Oh. Like, there's always that moment in time. Just let them be. Just let them go over there, throw a club.
What's your blow up move? What do you do?
An insane amount of curse words.
Oh, yeah.
In a very short period of time. And then it's, all right, I'm good. You know. But I have to do it. Yeah, it's a birdie bogey.
Birdie bogey.
Yeah, it's a birdie, and then it's like, where the hell are we hitting that drive? What is that going to do? Why did you hit it 10 feet off the ground into the trees when I hit it in the middle? Yeah.
That was very relatable as well.
Hell of a par, though.
Yeah.
Didn't you say par?
I think he did make 4.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's why I avoid the 3-wood off the tee, because you try and get too cute with it, and it's just screaming for a top.
Yeah, just swing.
Yeah,
just hit the driver.
Yeah,
yeah. I have adopted just hitting the driver as much as possible. Yeah. I used to get like, I want to put it right here and stuff like that. Now I still believe of approach shots, getting to a number.
Yeah,
of hitting it to if you're real hot with your sand wedge or something like that, getting to 105 or 110 or 115, getting it close. Yeah, depends on the hole, but just pull the trigger, hit it far.
Yeah,
I agree. Hope that's what I do. Yeah.
I mean, and I don't hit it that far, so me just pulling the trigger and hitting it far is giving me the best chance to score usually. So,
yeah.
But what'd you say? You're a 3?
Yeah.
Are you? Who's winning the most money in the group? Who wins the most money?
Ross likes to collect off me. Sometimes I question the handicap, and I wonder why I get no strokes some rounds with him. But
I got an answer.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
But, I mean, both of these guys can pound it and are good ball strikers for amateur golfers.
They stripe it.
Yeah, they stripe
it. Yeah.
I would say my favorite club in the bag's the putter, but I would say my short game is my strong suit.
You got the touch. What's your answer over there? You're
Nick's
chomping
very
at the bits.
much a field player.
Field player?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, okay.
Step up.
Streaky one, too. Just rattle off some birdies, and you're in the hole quickly if you're playing for some money.
Yeah.
But I play at that Wolf Creek where I play. If I'm a 3 or a 4 from the tees that we play for, I'm like a 8 out there.
Yeah.
Because of how difficult that course is. So, and I've been playing out there enough, and I played out there over the summer when I first joined enough that I got better and I got used to the course.
You know the lines, you know where to hit it.
And Brookridge that's probably the club that I play at the second most, and so therefore, and because I played it so much, it's a little shorter. I know the shots, and so last summer I probably took a little more money off Nick than he would have liked. But we also play like a $5 hole or $10 hole, and it pushes. So I mean, we usually shoot the same score. It just happened to be that the one hole, we've had the same score for 6 holes, so the 7th hole is worth $90 or whatever it is.
Right.
And one of us hits it in the trees, and then that person makes $90, and the other person is not too happy for the next 8 holes. But that's usually how it goes, honestly.
Right. And it's hard. It's hard to do that too. Like if you're the person that's down in that scenario, you lose the money. That's hard. You want to battle. I mean, it can inspire and it can get you back to win some of that money, but it's a challenge sometimes.
Yeah. So. Depends on the day too. If you're just hitting it, if you grab a club and it just it's not going to be good, you're just toast. But sometimes it is inspiring, and it's I always say I like a little adversity.
Yeah.
Just to grind back a little bit, or just keep you in it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go deep in the pocket, you gotta. I mean, you're either gonna go deeper or you're gonna work back. So it gives you something to play for.
Yeah.
What's great about playing the same course too? You're like, all right, I know that's a birdie hole.
Yeah. It wasn't me this time. It's happened like 3 or 4 times on the podcast. My phone just starts ringing.
Man.
So yeah,
my bad.
That's fine.
My bad, man.
I don't
dang
care.
it, Uncle Dave.
Yeah, gosh, dang it, Dave. Now he's got to listen to the podcast.
Exactly. Yeah. You got a new listener now. No, but one of the great things about playing that same course too, that when we're playing in matches against each other, we typically know what everyone plays, like each other plays on those holes. So you're like, all right, I know he's going to do this here. So if I can get aggressive, and I can probably have a window. And it gets pretty competitive and it's like scientific almost.
Which then
also Bryson every now and then.
So you're doing all these calculations in your head. All right, we're on 8. That's
I'm be full Puma besides my stripe hat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're gonna bulk up. Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Well, what else do we need to talk about Stripe Golf Co? What else have we not talked about? What do the listeners need to know?
Yeah, I mean,
we've been going for like a little over an hour here, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're continuing to come out with different designs. I mean, ultimately, we want to make hats that, almost anyone would be interested in buying. Like he touched on, men and women alike.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're continuing and looking for partners locally and across the country in terms of getting into golf stores and golf pro shops and courses. So, I mean, just continuing to meet people and try and do our part in growing the game too. It's important to us.
Nice. Ross, Gil, you got anything to add?
Yeah, I was going to say I started to say this a little earlier. The most important thing I think that we are trying to penetrate is there's a lot of golf apparel, and then there's a lot of Patagonia trucker hats and other hats that are trucker hats that you just see people wearing around. They're very popular, especially for people our age, boys or girls. And so we're really trying to make hats or make apparel that is the bridge or the marriage between full-on golf, the avid golfer, and a lifestyle hat. You can flip any of these hats on backwards or frontwards, I guess, and wear it to the lake or wear it out or wear it to dinner or whatever it is. But you can also wear it on the golf course, and they're good-looking hats, and they go with your golf gear. And so we're not just selling golf hats.
Right.
We are we're trying to tap the lifestyle sector, market, whatever, and grab some audience there.
That's awesome. Yeah, I totally agree. The look and feel of everything is very more of a lifestyle brand than specifically just for golf. I would agree with that. That's cool.
Well, golf is a lifestyle, man. I mean,
it totally is.
That's one of the cool things about it is the lifestyle of it, the community aspect of it. That's what I love most about golf. And so for me, this is going to sound cheesy. But,
that's okay. It's a cheesy podcast.
Continuing to see people wearing the hats, but then hopefully we can bridge that gap between, just pure golf lifestyle and then see some people who just haven't ever been in golf before and start seeing what we're doing and want to start playing, want to start being a part of it. One of the big focuses for us is focusing on that lifestyle piece and not just, posting stuff on golf courses and things like that and getting people to say, that's cool, man. I want to kind of be like that. I want to try that out and wear those hats. And so that's really the vision of what we're doing. We talk a lot about the growth of the game, growth of the community. We've done that on this podcast. And if we can continue to add some value to that, that'd be huge, man. That'd be some pretty cool stuff.
Well, I commend you guys. That's awesome. I mean, and I think dream big. Why Absolutely. Can it not be, a big lifestyle brand? Why does it have to be specific to just golf? I mean, exactly. and I think golf opens up, to build on your point a little bit, I think it opens up so many avenues for people who are in the game, whether you meet somebody and it's not, you guys were all friends before, but it created a company for the three of you, like, oh gosh, playing golf, tired of wearing these stupid billboard hats. Yeah, and then throw these things together and look at what you've done. So
it's definitely true. I mean, Nick and I became as close as we were because we played a bunch of golf together and joined the same club. And then I remember running into Nick on a tee that we were trying to play through. Gil, sorry. Yeah. On the tee that we were trying to play through. And it was the first time I'd seen Gil in 5-6 years.
Chicago,
Oh, wow.
From when we were growing up. And so we started this on a golf course. The guy who makes our hats is a guy I met playing golf. A lot of people that we've sold hats to are obviously golfers. And it's cool how all that came to be.
Yeah.
One of the other things we really haven't touched on that's a big piece of Stripe is that it is KC centric as well. That's a big portion that we really haven't touched on today is that, we are local to Kansas City. We're a Kansas City company.
I'm glad you brought that up.
We do sell, across the global, hopefully one day, but we do sell across the U.S. and growing traction outside of the Kansas City area, but we're all local to Kansas City.
Yeah.
We all live here, grew up here, and starting our lives here. But all the guys that make our hats, since we source our hats here locally, it's pretty cool. And then a lot of the partnerships that we're growing here locally too has just been, it's just the amount of support has been unreal.
That's all. Yeah. No, I'm glad you brought that up. It is a very Kansas City based company. So I think, majority of our listeners are in Kansas City. So hopefully this will get you guys some more sales for your hats and everything. And people can go, correct me if I'm wrong, stripegolfco.com.
Yep.
That website. Okay, good. What else? How else can they get in touch with you?
Follow us on Instagram, man.
Okay, yeah.
At Stripe Golf Co.
Yeah. Heck yeah. I do. You guys are good at it. So, and then you got some followers on social media and some big, just winning your first. Congrats on the first tour win.
Thank you.
With that hat on. That's awesome.
Yeah. Mini tour down in Arizona, but I mean, Dude, we were just talking about it. It's so competitive. Like the winning score is 25 under.
That's crazy.
I mean, I play as much golf as possible, and I cannot fathom shooting 25 under
in 4 days.
In 4 days,
that's unreal.
Like, I'm proud of myself when I shoot 75, and like that's just. I mean, that's not even competing.
There was no birdie bogey on that.
No,
those 4 days.
He was lights out. And he shot 7 under on Sunday.
Wow,
final day.
That's
on a on a big boy course too.
Yeah. Well, it's not a public golf course.
No Chicago public.
Yeah. Sorry, Chicago golf. Yeah.
No, but we look forward to seeing more and more people wearing our stuff, posting about us on Instagram. I mean, again, making the connections on Instagram has been amazing. There's local Kansas City, professional athletes that have reached out to us, to people all over the place with much more golf credibility than we have, and it's just it's just so much fun. I mean, it started as like a hobby with no real vision to like a legitimate business that I get up every day and love being a part of it. So
that's cool.
Well, we want to hear from you too, man. Like that's a big thing too, is we ask everyone that buys our hats, let us know what you think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What do you want to see?
Yeah. How's it going to get better if you're not taking feedback? Yeah.
What do you want to see? What do you want to see us do next? Give us ideas. You know what I mean? And
take a picture with the gear. I mean, lots of the stuff that we repost or that we share is people who unboxing the hats or wearing the hats on the golf course and taking a picture of it in a warmer spot than here, or on their counter or on their bag or whatever. And we repost all that stuff. We love it. I mean, that helps us with exposure, but we also want to connect with those people who
it's got to make you feel good.
Yeah,
that's the reason we're doing it, right?
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's legit. It's cool.
That's pretty cool. Well, thanks for coming on the show, all of you. Of course. And I'm sure we'll do this again. Yeah. Once maybe we'll get out there and play some golf. Actually,
can you do mobile podcast?
We can.
Live action.
All this stuff can go everywhere. So that's some of the stuff I want to do in 2021 is get on the golf course with people. Do kind of like, I think it's Jay Billis. Like they do the walk across the court.
Yeah.
I kind of want to like walk a hole with somebody. So go out to the different golf courses and be with the head pro or maybe assistant pro and just do like a 15, 20-minute episode or something and play the hole. The trick is going to be getting good audio for that.
Yeah. Do you have the ability to beep out after bad shots?
Sure. Yeah. We can do that here.
That'll be necessary.
That'd be fun.
Yeah,
that'd be necessary.
But I think
we should do that. That would be
I think we
fun.
should do some videos, some content together, and there's tons of other people, Maureen Olson, everyone here in Kansas City that's local. I think that's all we're doing is creating this awesome network to help grow the game in Kansas City.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are game. Just let us know.
All right, sweet. We'll do it. We'll have to. Maybe we'll do some challenges and stuff like that. You guys come to Sycamore, I go to Wolf Creek or Brook Ridge or whatnot, or wherever you land, Gil.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Probably gonna build your own golf course or something. But
Accepting offers. Local clubs.
Yeah. But he's out south, so you gotta. So all the north ones got to stay away. That's well, cool. Well, thanks again for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Cool.